అమెరికాలో జరుగుతున్న హౌస్ ఆఫ్ రిప్రజెంటేటివ్స్ ఎన్నికల్లో చాలా స్థానాల్లో ప్రవాస భారతీయులు పోటీ చేస్తున్నారు. న్యూజెర్సీ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ 3 రిపబ్లికన్ అభ్యర్థిగా ప్రవాస భారతీయుడు కార్డియాలజిస్ట్ రాజేష్ మోహన్ బరిలో ఉన్నారు. అక్రమ వలసలతో పాటు ఆర్థిక వ్యవస్థను గాడిలో పెట్టడం ప్రధానమని ఈ రెండు అంశాలు ఎన్నికల్లో కీలకంగా మారాయనంటున్న న్యూజెర్సీ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ 3 రిపబ్లికన్ అభ్యర్థి రాజేష్ మోహన్తో TV9 USA న్యూజెర్సీ ప్రతినిధి ఉజ్వల్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ చూద్దాం.
So we have Dr. Rajesh Mohan, who is the first Indian American to be nominated for the House of Representatives from New Jersey, and also he's the first physician to be nominated. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Also, your first question would be, we need to know more about you. Like, you are a doctor, and then what makes you move from your profession to politics?
Sure. I think it is mainly because of my upbringing. My parents and my grandparents. I actually practiced interventional cardiology in the state of New Jersey for over 20 years. I was chair of medicine in my hospital and then chief medical officer, ran the hospital during COVID operations. And I've always been unafraid of speaking up, and not only just speaking up but doing things and correcting them and fixing things. And I saw the big disconnect during COVID between when I was running the COVID operations in the C-suite as well as treating patients on the front line. And I saw the big disconnect between the politicians and the public health officials and the boots on the ground, so to speak. So that kind of spurred me into making things happen. And then eventually I got approached and had discussions with the Republican Party leadership, and they encouraged me to run for office.
So as a South Asian, there are a lot of issues like, what our community is facing right now. So how would you plan to address all these issues, and how would you extend the help to the South Asian community?
Thank you for that question. I think most of the issues that everybody is facing in the country are affecting everybody. It's the economy, number one. We have to make sure that the inflation is controlled, the cost of living is decreased, the taxes are lower. Make sure there's law and order, the border security issue is taken care of, illegal immigration is taken care of. We are all legal immigrants. And I, particularly to some of the South Asian community and the business community, I'm sure they're facing where there are family members or people who are waiting in line for about 10 years in a legal process, trying to follow the law. And now they are being pushed for another 5 years or 7 years or even longer. And the reason being that all these resources that are required to process legal immigration, they are being transferred to the border to combat illegal immigration. And I think that is what we need to do. And that, I think that translates to South Asians, Indian Americans, Hispanic Americans, everybody. I don't think anybody intentionally wants to break the law, but we need to stop having that border as a magnet for illegal immigration. Now a lot of people are being told, why even stand in a line or follow the law for 10 years? Just go across the border, come in, and you'll get a free paycheck and a work permit and all that kind of stuff, which is not the right way. And I think that is causing a lot of problems, not just law and order ways, but it's a drain on our educational resources, our healthcare resources, our economy. It's probably even a national security threat because we do not know who is coming from there. So we have to, I think the Indian American community, the South Asian community, they understand this problem because a lot of them are first generation, second generation legal immigrants, and they like to follow the law. Amongst the South Asian and Indian American community, they have the lowest crime rate. They have the highest per capita income. So they are good citizens of this country. So we all are good citizens of this country, and that is what we need to continue. And we should put a barrier for people who are trying to break the law.
And also, the Indian and US relation is getting stronger day by day. So what is the role of the Congress in this?
So it's, we are the biggest and most powerful democracies in the world. And I think it is but natural that we are common allies and natural allies. So I think as far as Congress is concerned, we have to look at what is in our mutual interest and for the greater good. And like I've said before, the power of good grows exponentially. So you can only imagine the power of good of a democracy, a democratic India and a democratic US coming together, and what good they can do for not only their own people, but also for the world.
In today's scenario, what are the three major issues you see?
So the number one is the economy, and but more importantly, I believe, for everybody to get out of their corners. I think because if you are looking at problems in silos and you're in your own silo, whether it is extreme left or extreme right, you're not going to solve any problems. So we have to be able to talk to each other, and we have to be able to have more tolerance. There's, you know, when I do something good for my constituents in, say, Hamilton or in Mount Laurel or in Marlborough, it helps everybody, whether they are Republicans, Independents, or Democrats. Everything, like I said, is interconnected, whether it is economy, the law and order situation, the illegal immigration issue, the inflation right now. It's all interconnected. And unless and until you solve all these problems simultaneously, not in piecemeal, the people are still going to be unhappy.